warm welcome to you from our studio in Kanifing Estate. This is Gttv News at 9 p.m. with me, Hapsatuba. First, the headlines. A Kafountine-based studio technician has launched a campaign to sensitize youths against embarking on the perilous backway to Europe. The Scorpions have lost their World Cup opening match against Burundian senior team by 3-2 play in Tanzania, but they expect to recover from the shock defeat on Monday when they face Ivorian senior team. Gambian man has claimed that the country is fast developing despite complaints of high cost of living, including high food prices among scores of Gambians. To international news, Kenya's President William Ruto has been named as one of 4 Africans on Time Climate Leaders list. These are the headlines. Let's take a break. When we come back, we look them into details. Welcome back. If you are just tuning in, this is Gttv News with me, Hapsatuba. Now the news in details. A studio technician in Kafountine in Senegal's southern region has launched a campaign to educate youths against embarking on the backway journey to Europe. DJ Baboucar Jabang campaign comes amid as youths in Senegal and Gambia continue to travel in their numbers to Europe, looking for better living. This is what he had to say during an interview with Gttv flagship program Semester Avenue. Let's hear from him.
bu mag bi nga xamanteni war nako def parce que ndaw bu démé ba yaakaram tass wala sot bu démé ba amul gisul lumu bëgg souvent dina ko yobbu ci lo xamanteni day ñaaw des fois motax boy dem Europe yow da ngay né soit damay dundu wala dé donc motax man pour man jeunesse bi ñoy yor développement dëkk bo mënta gis c'est la jeunesse moy poumon du développement quoi ak fépp mu mënta nek quoi kon nak mais tamit sunu ndaw yi nañ tok ñu muñ ñu xamni tôt ou tard yalla dina ubi wërseuk te buntu dina ñew forcer ñun mënu ñu Afrique mënu dëkk ci pauvreté ba aduna jeex mënu nek yalla mo sak Europe sak fi amana ñom ñoy ñi jitu de waye li ci dess Afrique moy ñoo doon manam tuba bi seen bop ñom fi lañuy muju ku ko xam xamoko mais na la leer duñu dé ci ndol bi tôt ou tard Afrique day développer waye nañ taxawal ay njit yo xamanteni tamit vraiment dinañ xam lan moy développement voilà waye damay dégg ñu naan ki gal kitina fi dem na et tout ça Kafountine bo xolé Kafountine nu ko yalla saké bo xolé benen partie bi yépp ci ndox la tay forcé xalé yi mën nañ fi déparé ndax té amna ay nappkat yi fi né té ñom xam nañ yoon bi nappkat yi xam nañ yoon bi donc motax du ñak amna ndax ci daaw rek amon na genn gal bo xamanteni man fekkew ma départ bi waye guddigi bi affaire bi amé lendemain bi lañu xey ñu dem fa dem fekk ko fa.
To sports now. The Gambia senior team have opened their World Cup qualifiers with a defeat against Burundi. The goals from Abidi Bigrimana, Frederick Nabiumba, and Sudi Abdallah for Burundi. Musa Baro and Ibrahim Collins' goals were mere consultation for the Scorpions of the Gambia. However, some Gambian football fans and lovers took to social media to criticize the Gambian senior team head coach, Tom Senfet, whom they said is not up to the job of putting the country's senior team on the success book. He has been described as a defensive-minded coach who keeps undermining games, while some lash out at the officials of the Gambia Football Federation for being the problem of the country's football. The Gambia and Burundi have never qualified for the World Cup since the inception of the global biggest football showpiece in 1930. The Gambia hope to recover on Monday when they face Ivory Coast in their second challenge in the qualifiers. Gambia developing? Well, that's what many Gambians keep asking, as Gambians differ in opinions regarding whether the country is developing or not. Bakari Jatta believes the country is seeing fast development despite complaints of high costs of living. Jalika Dibasi, tell us more.
Bakari Jatta's claims comes amid concern of high cost living in the country that is exacerbated by the depreciation of the dollar to other hard currency like the CFA. But according to Jatta, the Gambia is progressing if compared to other countries in the sub-region. He urged his fellow Gambians to collectively work towards developing the country and stop complaining, adding that if the country fails, that is Gambians who bear the brunt of hardship. As commonly believed by scholars that success comes by luck, but Mr. Jatta dismissed this belief as unrealistic. He said that success comes through hard work, adding that no one eats food with folding hands. Commenting further, he urged politicians to stop scoring their politic points, as he said, politics is over and that it's time to collectively work and develop the country. Reporting for Gttv News, I am Jalika Dibasi.
Well, that story from Jalika Dibasi will now lead us to international news. Let's now look at news around the world. Kenya's President William Ruto has been called by Time magazine as one of the world's 100 most influential leaders shaping global climate action. The listing comes in the week he led a national holiday amid at planting 100 million trees in a single day. Mbombe Sise reports.
Mr. Ruto was named alongside the mayor of Sierra Leone's capital Freetown, Yvonne Akisser, Burkina German architect Francis Kerr, and Ethiopian climate entrepreneur Kidos Asfaw also made the Time list. The ranking, known as Time 100 Climate, was released on Thursday and is the magazine's inaugural attempt to name those it sees as significant in highlighting and doing something about the issue of climate change across the globe. Time said it selected those listed for making significant progress in fighting climate change by creating business value. The magazine also said that the honorees were chosen because their efforts in fighting climate change were recent and produced measurable, scalable achievements rather than commitments and announcements. Mr. Ruto has been vocal in trying to deal with the impact of climate change in Kenya and Africa. The tree planting holiday held on 13 November was part of his large ambition for Kenya to plant 15 billion trees in 10 years. In September, he hosted the first ever Africa Climate Summit in Kenya's capital, Nairobi, which ended in a joint declaration demanding that major polluters commit more resources to help poorer nations. But some environmentalists have called Mr. Ruto a hypocrite for championing tree planting while failing to tame illegal logging in public forests. Last month, an environmental court stopped a directive that Mr. Ruto gave in June to lift a 2018 ban on logging. In October, he called for the eviction of people living in the 380,000 hectare mount forest, while some environmentalists hailed the move as critical to safeguarding the forest. Some human rights lawyers said the government illegally evicted the Ojik indigenous community, which has inhabited the land for generations to profit from carbon, upsetting seems. Mr. Ruto's recognition as a leader on climate action also came on the World Bank on Friday warned that Kenya's economic output could decline by 7.25% by 2050 if the country fails to tackle climate change. Architect Francis Kerr was named by Time for his innovative sustainable design projects, including for the state houses in Benin and his home country, Burkina Faso. In 2022, he became the first black person and African to win prestigious Presca Architecture Prize. Mr. Asfaw runs a startup that repurposes plastic waste into affordable low-carbon construction materials. Time said that his startup offers a sustainable and speedy solution to housing shortages as Africa's population grows. Mayor Aki Sawyer was listed for tackling environmental degradation and climate resilience through efforts like developing a climate action plan for Freetown and appointing a chief heat officer for the city, the first in Sierra Leone and Africa. Bombe Cisse, Gambian Talents.
That ends this news bulletin, but before we go, let's look at the main stories once again. A Kafountine-based studio technician has launched a campaign to sensitize youths against embarking the perilous backway to Europe amid mass exodus of young people looking for greener pasture. The Scorpions have lost their World Cup opening match against Burundi's senior team by 3-2 play in Tanzania, as they expect to recover from the shock defeat on Monday against Ivory Coast senior team. Gambian man has claimed that the country is fast developing despite complaints of high costs of living, including high food prices among scores of Gambians. Kenya's President William Ruto has been named as one of 4 Africans on Time Climate Leaders list. Thank you for joining us from me and our production team. Do have a pleasant weekend. Bye.